Welcome, future scientists, to an exciting journey into the heart of chemical reactions. Today, we are diving deep into free energy, a powerful concept in chemical thermodynamics that helps us understand why some reactions happen naturally while others need a push. From basic definitions to advanced applications, we'll explore this topic across four levels: easy, medium, hard, and hardest, preparing you thoroughly for G main and beyond. Let's unlock the secrets of spontaneity. Ready to uncover the basic idea behind why things happen on their own? Let's start simple with free energy. Imagine a ball rolling downhill. It happens naturally, right? In chemistry, we have a similar concept called spontaneity. Free energy, specifically Gibbs free energy, is like the driving force behind these natural processes. It's the maximum energy available in a system that can be converted into useful work. Essentially, it tells us if a chemical reaction will proceed on its own, without any external help, under constant temperature and pressure. If a process leads to a decrease in this free energy, it's considered spontaneous. Now, let's look at the famous equation that defines Gibbs free energy change: delta G is equal to delta H T delta S. Here, delta G is the change in free energy, delta H is the change in enthalpy, representing the heat exchanged, and T delta S is the energy related to the change in entropy, or disorder, at absolute temperature T. The magic happens when we interpret delta G. If delta G is negative, the reaction is spontaneous. If it's positive, it's non-spontaneous in that direction. And if delta G is zero, the system is happily at equilibrium. Simple, right? Time to test your understanding. Pause the video, try these 3 questions, and see if you've grasped the fundamental concepts of Gibbs free energy and spontaneity. Good luck! Alright, let's deepen our understanding of free energy. How do enthalpy, entropy, and temperature truly conspire to make a reaction happen? To truly understand free energy, we must appreciate its 2 main components, enthalpy and entropy. Enthalpy, represented by delta H, tells us about the heat absorbed or released during a reaction. Exothermic reactions, which release heat, generally favor spontaneity. Then there's entropy, delta S, a measure of disorder or randomness. Reactions that increase disorder, like gases expanding, also tend to be spontaneous. The fascinating part is how these 2 forces can either work together or oppose each other, with temperature playing the role of a crucial mediator, amplifying the effect of entropy. The Gibbs equation, delta G is equal to delta H T delta S, elegantly combines these factors. The T delta S term is particularly insightful. It represents the energy that's lost or unavailable for useful work due to the system's inherent disorder. This equation allows us to predict how temperature influences spontaneity. For instance, some reactions are spontaneous only at low temperatures, where the enthalpy term dominates, while others require high temperatures to become spontaneous, as the entropy term takes over. Understanding these 4 distinct cases is key to mastering spontaneity predictions. Beyond just understanding spontaneity, we also introduce the concept of standard Gibbs free energy change, delta G degree. This is a fixed value for a given reaction at a specific temperature, usually 298 Kelvin, under standard conditions like 1 atmosphere pressure for gases and 1 molar concentration for solutions. It provides a baseline for comparing the thermodynamic favorability of different reactions. We'll also tackle some problems that require you to apply the equation and analyze the interplay of delta H, delta S, and T. Now it's time to put your medium-level understanding to the test. Here are 5 questions that require you to apply the Gibbs equation and interpret the conditions for spontaneity. Take your time, think critically, and work through them. Ready to delve into the more intricate connections of free energy? Let's explore its link to equilibrium, work, and non-standard conditions. At the hard level, we connect free energy to the dynamic state of equilibrium. The equation delta G is equal to delta G degree plus RT ln Q is crucial here. It shows how the current concentrations or pressures, represented by the reaction quotient Q, influence the free energy change and thus the direction a reaction will shift to reach equilibrium. This means a reaction might be non-spontaneous under standard conditions, but become spontaneous under different, non-standard concentrations. This flexibility is vital for understanding real-world chemical processes. A cornerstone of chemical thermodynamics is the direct relationship between the standard Gibbs free energy change, delta G degree, and the equilibrium constant, K. The equation delta G degree is equal to RT ln K beautifully links these two fundamental concepts. If delta G degree is negative, it means K will be greater than 1, indicating that products are favored at equilibrium. Conversely, a positive delta G degree implies K is less than 1, favoring reactants. This relationship allows us to calculate one if we know the other, providing a powerful tool for predicting the extent of a reaction. Beyond predicting spontaneity, Gibbs free energy also quantifies the maximum useful work a system can perform. For any spontaneous process, the absolute value of delta G represents the maximum amount of non-pressure volume work that can be extracted. Think of electrical work in a battery. We'll also refine our understanding of temperature dependence by identifying the exact crossover temperature where spontaneity shifts. Finally, we introduce the concept of standard free energy of formation, a practical tool for calculating delta G degree for complex reactions. Alright, challenge accepted. These 7 questions will push your understanding, requiring you to apply the equations for non-standard conditions, equilibrium constants, and the calculation of useful work. Take your time, analyze each problem carefully, and strengthen your grasp of these advanced concepts. Now, for the ultimate challenge. We are about to explore free energy at a competitive depth, connecting it to engineering, biology, and historical insights. Get ready to master this topic. Our journey into free energy begins with a nod to its intellectual architect, Josiah Willard Gibbs. In the late 19th century, his groundbreaking work provided the rigorous mathematical framework that underpins much of modern chemistry and physics. He didn't just define free energy, he showed how it governs everything from phase transitions to chemical equilibria, essentially laying the foundations for understanding how matter behaves under various conditions. His contributions remain fundamental to chemical engineering, materials science, and biochemistry today. Moving beyond ideal systems, we encounter the concepts of fugacity for gases and activity for solutions. These effective pressures and concentrations are crucial for accurately applying free energy equations to real-world, non-ideal conditions where intermolecular interactions cannot be ignored. Furthermore, a fascinating application of free energy is the coupling of reactions. This principle explains how living organisms drive non-spontaneous, energy-requiring processes, like synthesizing complex molecules, by linking them to highly spontaneous, energy-releasing reactions, such as ATP hydrolysis. It's the thermodynamic engine of life. Free energy also forms the bedrock of electrochemistry. The relationship delta G is equal to NF_cell directly links the spontaneity of a redox reaction to the cell potential. A positive cell potential, indicating a spontaneous reaction, means a negative delta G, characteristic of a battery. Conversely, a non-spontaneous reaction requiring external energy will have a negative cell potential and a positive delta G, as seen in electrolysis. We also explore how free energy dictates phase transitions, where delta G equals 0 at the transition point, beautifully connecting enthalpy and entropy changes during melting or boiling. Finally, let's consider free energy on reaction coordinate diagrams. These diagrams illustrate the free energy changes along a reaction pathway, revealing the energy barrier, or the free energy of activation, that reactants must overcome to form products. Catalysts work by lowering this activation energy, thereby speeding up reactions without altering the overall delta G of the reaction. This deeper insight into reaction mechanisms is vital for understanding chemical kinetics and designing efficient industrial processes. Free energy truly is a unifying concept in chemistry. You've made it to the ultimate challenge. Here are the first 5 out of 10 questions designed to test your comprehensive understanding of free energy. These problems cover a wide range of concepts, from electrochemistry to non-ideal systems. Take your time, apply all the knowledge you've gained, and strive for precision. And here are the remaining 5 questions to complete your mastery of free energy. These problems delve into coupling reactions, phase transitions, and conceptual understanding of reaction pathways. Remember, every correct answer brings you closer to acing your GMAIN exam. Good luck with these final challenges. Congratulations on completing this in-depth exploration of free energy. We hope you found this journey insightful and empowering. For more such engaging and comprehensive educational content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and to continue your learning adventure. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep excelling.